What's up guys, welcome back. So I've done a few videos covering the best ultimates and passives in the game, and I've had a few suggestions that I should do one on the best basic abilities in the game, so only abilities 1, 2 and 3. No passives, no ultimates. As always, this is my opinion on the topic with input from other people I've talked to, but let's get right into it. Kicking it off at number 5, I've got Raven's Overhead Kick and Changa's Moonlit Waltz. So I'm putting both of these in the same spot because in essence they're kind of the same ability. Like, both have the ability to immune all CC and damage for a short time. These can be insanely powerful when used right, like you can avoid big damage abilities, even ultimates like Earthshaker or I'm a Monster. Plus you can avoid big CC abilities when you time it right. If I had to pick one though, I think Overhead Kick wins just slightly, since it has a slightly lower cooldown, more movement speed and some damage attached to it, but both are amazing abilities under the right circumstances. Next up we've got Artio's Entangling Vines. Probably the most frustrating ability in the game to play against. Entangling Vines has a 6-second persistent cripple and is easily the most powerful cripple in the game. There's almost no way of escaping this ability without beads or someone disabling Artio off you. Like, she can follow you for the entire duration while her and her team just beat on you for 6 seconds and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a fairly simple ability, but it's definitely an insanely powerful one. Up at number 3 we've got Yanis's Portal. Arguably the best movement ability in the game, at least the basic abilities anyway, Yanis's Portal gives him and his team the potential to move huge distances almost instantly. This is a really flexible ability and can be used in like a variety of ways, like to retreat or save a teammate, or to initiate or chase. It can even be used for CC and damage when put on the ground. Not to mention it triggers his passive, which gives him insane movement speed and burst damage, and also sets up his 2 really well. As a matter of fact, it sets up any big damage ability really well as they fall out of the portal, but like, just the amount of times I've been saved by Yanis Portal means this ability had to make it onto the list. What happens when you put one of the best CC types in the game on a huge cone? Well, you get Confound. This ability rivals some ultimates in terms of the CC it can provide. With it being a taunt, it's great for pulling enemies together to group them up for like a huge Scylla or something like that. The AoE is one of the largest in the game for basic abilities, and like the amount of setup and CC this ability can provide is insane. Especially when you consider this is a basic ability and so it has like a relatively short cooldown compared to most ultimates. Like, granted the ability has no damage attached to it and it has quite a long cooldown compared to other basic abilities, I think like the sheer amount of CC this ability provides means it has to take my number 2 spot. Before we get to the number 1 spot, I've got 2 honorable mentions. Skadi's Rune of the Hunt. Now, the only reason this ability isn't an official entry on the list is because it's tied to her passive. Like, if it was a standalone ability and provided as much as Calder does, it would probably be number 1 on the list. But since it's tied to a passive, I thought it might be a kind of cheating to put on the list. So I'll mention it here. And also Ares Shackles, just for the insane amount of damage these can provide at early levels, and also the 8 seconds of cripple time it can provide to a single target. And finally, taking my number 1 spot for the best basic ability in the game, is Jeb's Stone Shield. When I asked around about what should be on this list, Jeb's Shield was easily the most suggested ability, and I agree with that. While it's not the Jeb Shield of old, where it gave squishies 80% of their HP bar as a shield, it's still really powerful. Being able to give an ally 650 health for 5 seconds is insane. Like, this can either save them and get them out of the fight, or allow them to turn the fight in their favour because they suddenly just got 30% of their HP back as a shield. Not only does it provide that insane health shield though, it's also really good to be used for the cleanse. Jeb hard counters certain gods like Nox that rely on their CC to land their damage, because he can simply press one button and nullify like Nox's entire combo by cleansing it. It might seem like a fairly simple ability, but the insane save potential and cleanse is why it's on the list for me. That's about it, thanks for watching, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you agree with my placements or not in the comments. With literally hundreds of abilities to choose from, there's bound to be some you think are better than the ones I put on, but that's about it. Peace out, nerds.